I'm Gaz, and this is Let's Quickly Something Proteus. I say that because this isn't really a Let's Play, because this isn't really a game. It's sort of an interactive virtual environment, although the interaction is rather limited, and you'll see here in a minute. So we start out in the ocean, in the middle of nowhere, and I'm moving towards an island that is randomly generated, I believe, or procedurally generated. I think it's the only one. I haven't gone out into the ocean to explore further beyond the horizon. But as we get onto land here, you should pick up some sounds, and all of the objects on this island produce their own sounds. So the music track is really generated by the island and its objects. And some of the objects have sort of audio cues, or there's a little critter thing. You can't catch it. In fact, you can't really do anything other than walk around. And that is why this is not a game. I mean, it's kind of pretty in a terrible child drawing kind of way, but you know, this is it. You can't do anything with this island. You just walk around. Now there are a couple landmarks on the island, and I'll try to find a few. And those do have a little bit of interactivity. Okay, we see over there, there's some statues. Go check those out later. And there's a sort of a spire down there. I'll go check out the spire, because the spires, and as we get closer, you can listen, and then the music will change just a little bit. But the spires basically are teleporters, as far as I've found. And we go to another part of the island. Where exactly, I don't know. But that's so far all I've found that those do. And there's not a lot going on around. Oh, there's some chickens in the distance there. Get closer to them. Yeah, chasing animals or creatures or whatever is sort of like the only activity you can do during the day. You'll notice that the environment is kind of wet and spring-like, and the seasons can sort of change, but we can't really do that until the sun goes down. I'm gonna try and get up here and see if there's anything else I can look at. There's another spire out there. And looks like there's a graveyard down there, headstones. There's another spire and a road that leads over to those statues. I'll go over to those statues, but really they only seem to do anything during the night, and that actually goes for a lot with this island. Not much seems to happen during the day. Let's see where this leads. And it looks like it led back to the same teleporter. I don't really know where the teleporters go. I mean, there's really... It seems to be random which one they connect to. Sometimes they'll just go back to the same one, and sometimes one will go into two different places depending on... I don't know, it's weird. But the sun is almost down, so I think I can head over towards these statues. I guess we can check out over here real quick. It's not really nighttime yet, but yeah, this is it, and this is why it's not a game to me, because there's nothing to do. I mean, it's sort of a curiosity. I haven't found out anything that these gravestones do. They don't really... I've gone to them at night, stood in them, nothing happens. Oh, there's a little house out there. We cannot go into the house, at least I haven't found a way to. I haven't played this game for very long, mostly because I can't stand to play it for very long. And, I don't know, maybe that might be shortchanging I hesitate to call it a game because it's not. But I hesitate. Whatever. Let's just go to the statues. And these standing stones are kind of important because they do point the way to a circle of stones, which is something we can also interact with at night. And if I can get to the top of that, there it is, over there. You can't jump, you can't run, although when we change the seasons there's a way to go faster, which you'll see. But, I don't know, I mean, this is just it's a curiosity, I guess. It's something to play around with for 10-15 minutes and just experience, I guess, although I don't know what all there is to experience on something so small. But anyway, if we stand here in the middle of these guys, the stars should start tripping out. Although it seems to happen only at a certain point, a certain time of night. So it's gotta get a little bit darker yet. Anytime. Oh, you see those little sparks, or those little fireflies? Yeah, and that right over there. That's our next destination. Okay, there they go. The stars are starting to trip out here. And the longer you stay here, I don't think anything else really happens. I mean, if you stay here, stars start shooting off, or at least they did one time when I was standing here, but I think that's also just sort of the time of night. I don't think you have to be standing in that circle. So anyway, let's go over to these little sparks over here, these little fireflies or whatever they are, because that is a major part, seems to be a major part of the interactivity of this game. Sorry, I called it a game. It is being sold, and apparently the developers are defending the fact that they say it is a game. And, you know, I guess if you look up the dictionary definition of game, it probably qualifies, but, you know, in my mind it just doesn't qualify as a game. So, see all these little guys circling around, and as we get into the middle of these standing stones, the world starts to change, and I gotta stand right in the middle of it. And it's summertime now, and things are a little bit different. The textures are a little bit more vibrant. There are insects, and should be other animals, like crabs down on the beach. There's mushrooms. There are other seasons. You go into fall, and I presume winter. I've never actually made it past fall. Like, I just can't play this for more than 20 minutes. I get a little bit motion sickness too, just because there's no textures, and it's just pixels. Moving around in pixels. But yeah, we still can't go into the shack. And let's see if I can get up here, see anything else that is different. I would assume something, you know, in one of the seasons, something happens with those gravestones. Oh, there's something down there. Let's get up here, see what these creatures are. They are something. There are a lot of weird little critters that run around. And, like I said, you can never catch them. At nighttime there's this little, I guess it's like a little white, oh, there's some crabs. Little white rabbit with sparkles, and that doesn't really do much except jump way away. And there's some bees. The bees, if you stand in the middle of them, will swarm you, and you run faster. And it looks like we can get into another one. It does wear off after a while, so this is a nice zippy way to go around the island. Get into that swarm and go around. Oh, there's a squirrel there. Chase that away. So yeah, that's Proteus, and I don't think it's worth the $10 that they're asking for. It's just nothing, really. It's, I don't know. But to get out of it, you have to hit the escape key, and you have to hold it down or else you will not get out of the game completely. The game does not save every time you go in. It's a new island, but I don't know how many times you really want to play this. I don't know if there is more to it or not. I really couldn't stand to play it for longer than I did. But anyway, that's my look at it, so thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.